First, I'd like to welcome all the participants. It's been great that you've decided to take on this challenge, and I hope that I can support you in any way that I can. I'll be able to also take questions and respond to them over the internet. So many of us have been searching for success. All of us have tried to lose weight using a number of diets, a number of exercise programs, and some of us have been successful, some of us haven't been able to maintain our weight loss. So what I'm going to try to discuss is some of the pitfalls that people have when they're trying to lose weight, and some ways that you can change your lifestyle to promote healthy weight loss and a healthy lifestyle. So all the participants here basically have decided to have a goal of having a healthy lifestyle. That involves weight loss. Weight loss is involved, in order to achieve weight loss, what needs to happen is you need to reduce the amount of energy that you take in and increase the amount of energy you expend. So that means you need to take in less food, less calories, and you need to expend more energy, more exercise. So the problem often is how to make healthy choices. What we found in the United States is that excessive calorie intake is linked to eating meals away from home, unhealthy snacking, and what we call mindless eating. And these are the three things I'm going to be talking about. The common complaint I hear from most people who want to lose weight is, but I don't have time to cook or shop, so I eat fast food, I eat junk food, I eat on the run. But we all know the result. The result is more sugar, more fat, more salt, and most of all, more calories. And in addition, less vitamins and less nutrients, and the overall result is more weight gain. So we need to address this issue of time in order to achieve a healthy lifestyle. What's probably going to be involved here is starting to plan your meals and starting to do some cooking at home. So I'm going to go through some of the steps of starting to cook at home. Some of you may be experienced cooks, some of you may rarely cook. So I'm just going to give you a few tips. So the first thing we do is we check our cupboard for staples. In a pinch, these are the items you can use to make a meal, even if there's nothing in the refrigerator. So staples would be things like pasta and rice, canned vegetables, including tomatoes, sauce, and tomato paste, spaghetti sauce, canned fruit, dried beans, canned soups, peanut butters, canned tuna or salmon, and then supplies we use for baking, like flour, salt, and sugar. Next, you need to take an inventory of your supplies. Take a look in the refrigerator. What's in there from last week? What needs to be eaten up? These would be things like, you'd be looking at things like bread, milk, eggs, cereals if you eat them, fresh fruit and vegetables, jam, jelly, frozen meat, that meat that's been sitting in your freezer for several months and needs to be used up. That would be part of your inventory of supplies. Another thing you can do if you're interested in saving money is to check the newspaper ads. So what you do is you look in the ads and see what's on sale for the week. And if it's an item that's in one of the staples you have in your cupboard, put it on your list. Check for items on sale also in the ads, especially those seasonal fruits and vegetables. You can use those to help plan your meal. It's difficult sometimes to choose meals for your family. You want them to be healthy choices. Angie, another dietitian, is going to talk to you about the plate method and achieving a well-balanced meal. And what's involved also is planning meals a week ahead. That can be helpful, so you can talk about people's schedules, when are people going to be home, what are days when we're going to have meetings in the evening and we need to eat early. It's really important to kind of plan your meals and your week ahead. So recipes, many people are familiar with recipes. Some people cook a lot, some people rarely cook. A recipe really is just a list of ingredients and directions on how to put it together. People get recipe ideas from family and friends, magazines, cookbooks, newspapers, the internet. You can Google healthy recipes or low-calorie recipes. When you're looking to try to find a recipe, you want to look for quick meals, generally meal prep under 30 minutes. A lot of them will have the time on there. Recipes with 5 or less ingredients, so you're not having to run to the store for odd ingredients you don't have. And you may consider crock pot recipes where you can start the food in the morning and have it hot and ready for you when you get home in the evening. So let's say you don't want to cook every night. You're tired of cooking, you're tired of cleaning up, and those are the nights that you just think, well, let's go out for fast food because I'm just too tired to cook. There's some things you can do to make it easier. One, you could double recipes, so you can eat one meal on a particular day and freeze the next meal for a future occasion. Or you can have leftovers for later in the week. You can cook larger batches of meat, which can be used in multiple recipes. For example, in this picture you see, you can have chicken with potatoes earlier in the week, and later you can use the leftover chicken to make chicken tacos. So you're really only having to cook chicken and clean the pan with chicken once. So that's one way to avoid cooking every night. So another way is to cook and freeze. What some people do is they'll take big packages of ground turkey or beef or chicken breasts, and they'll cook them up, and then they'll portion them out in Ziploc bags or just freezer bags and seal them up and put them in the freezer. So what you can do then is you can, on a particular night, you can say, well, I've got ground beef that's already cooked up in the freezer. I can use it to make spaghetti, I can use it to make a beef barley soup, or I can use it to make tacos. And what happens is that then you don't have to clean the pan, and you save time, and you don't have to take the time to cook the meat. Or you can also freeze complete well-balanced meals. For example, you can make a casserole with chicken and rice and broccoli, stick the whole thing in a freezer bag, seal it up, stick it in the freezer, and then later that week or a couple weeks from now, when you're having a really busy night, you pull it out and you thaw it out and cook it up. But inevitably, we're all going to eat out because we're all busy. We want to eat out with friends. The kids want to eat out. There's some things we can do to make healthier choices. For fast food restaurants, a lot of them now have lists of healthy choices. For example, Burger King has a list of foods that are under 650 calories. Still quite a bit of few calories, but not nearly as many of the options. You can check out healthy options at a fast food restaurant website. A lot of the websites list their healthier options. The third thing is says never supersize. So when they ask you, just for a little bit more money, do you want to have bigger fries and a bigger drink? The answer is no, never, not even considering it. You also want to choose grilled options. And if you must have high-calorie foods, and we all do want those things occasionally like fries, it's best to split them with a friend or family rather than just having your own order. So dining out. Sometimes we dine out in a nicer restaurant, and at those restaurants it's good to consider ordering baked, grilled, steamed, or roasted items. Have them put the sauces on the side, and then you can add a little bit and save some calories, or not add it at all, depending on what you want. Limit the amount of bread that you eat. Normally what happens is they bring you a big basket with bread, and before you know it, you've eaten all your calories in the bread in the basket. So you can either just say, I don't need any bread today, and not bring it, or just limit yourself to one piece. When you get your meat, you can trim off the fat, remove skin from the chicken. You can also split entrees and take half of the portion home. Restaurants will, if you ask a restaurant to split your entree, they will even do it before they bring it to the table. So you can say, just bring me half the portion at the table and box the other half up. That way you never even see it in front of you. You're never even tempted on autopilot when talking with friends to just eat the whole portion. Half of it's already gone. You can also split desserts or appetizers if you must have them. And sometimes you can have an appetizer as an entree. Saves calories, and it's really a more appropriate portion.